I'm not sure I've been bold enough with my prediction.
Okay.
I think I could have been bolder. I'm going.
Let's hear it.
Before the year is out.
The season.
No, the calendar year.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 Premier League managers will vacate their posts.
Wow.
Or be vacated.
Yeah.
Well, you can't say sack. Sometimes it's by mutual consent. Now, I'm not a merchant of doom. I don't particularly like talking about managers getting a sack, but I just think it's the reality. With nearly half the Premier League, got new managers this season. It's been a real, in terms of changing the chairs, it's been incredible. It is real musical chairs. And you look at the odds here as well. This tells you the guys, before the season's even started, they're looking over their shoulders. So this is why I've said it, because there are so many candidates. Have I been bold enough? 2007, 2008, plus 17, 18, 10 years later, there were 7 managers who lost their jobs.
What year? Say that again.
2007, 8 and 17, 18. 7 before Christmas.
I think that's bold. Can we look at the odds again?
I'm going with 5.
Okay.
I'm going with 5 before Christmas.
So what's even bolder, Geoff, is we need names. We need names.
Do you
And we need
have
them now.
names in mind?
Like I said, this is not something I like to talk about.
I know, it's not nice to talk about.
Yeah, okay, here's one for you. Give us a bold prediction. First manager on this list that we've just seen to be fired is?
Do you pull the wings off of flies? What a nasty man you are.
That's bold.
It's not bold. I worry about Arbeloa at Fulham because I think he needs a fast start because they've been so solid. So, funnily enough, the 3 promoted teams who are the teams who are favourites to be relegated, I think they are under slightly less pressure because there's not huge expectation. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I got a couple names for you.
Ooh.
If you'd like.
Yes,
So
please do.
Matthias Jessel is relatively unproven.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think the 3 promote. I think there'll be more patience. Nico, this is more about the patience.
Unless they slide very quickly. You know, which, by the way, for your 5 to hit.
Yeah.
I think you need 2 of those relegation-bound teams, the top 3. I think you need 2 of Gary O'Neill, who, by the way, interesting move to Ipswich from Strasbourg. Gary O'Neill, Sergej Jakirovic, and Lampard. For your 5 to hit, I think you need 2 out by the new year. And
Are you doubting my 5?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Really?
I am. Yeah, because I think everybody else is in pretty good standing. There are new managers and new processes at all big clubs, right? It's not like Liverpool has a first-year manager.
Yeah.
Manchester City has a first-year manager. United's not going to sack Carrick. I don't think so. Spurs with the Zerbi, you know, depends on their situation. I think he's fine too.
I think they'll do well.
Moyes at Everton. Is Moyes going to get sacked at Everton?
So here's a name I'm going to throw in the mix.
Sure.
We saw right there. We mentioned this week. Oliver Glasner at Nottingham Forest. Not because of Oliver Glasner.
Yeah,
because of
Marinakis. I'll take it.
Okay, that's one.
So we got
Marinakis.
two of the promoted teams that are bound to get relegated.
Well, last 10 years, just over 50% of the promoted teams get relegated.
Okay.
And then you go back to 23,
Glasner,
24,
Jessel.
24, 25, all 6 went straight back.
We need one more, and then there's just 5.
Okay.
Like a Keith Andrews at Brentford or something like that.
Don't be ridiculous. They're finishing in Europe. Right, let me give you one more stat. I
want a name. I want the 5, Jeff.
63% of clubs who sack their manager pre-Christmas survive. So owners and chairmen, they look at those numbers, and it's always there's normally an early one.
Okay.
And then it's the September and October international breaks where they say the new manager's got 2 weeks to work with the players. That's why I have boldly and, in my opinion, bravely put this list together.
Can I also tell you another name that could be tossed to the wayside? Not because I don't think he's a bad manager. Marco Rose in the Premier League. He's going to a new club. they might see it out, but he's unproven in the Premier League, and that.
So was Arne Slot. He won the title.
Right, but I'm trying to find your fifth name.
He's trying to justify your bold prediction.
We mentioned Arbeloa. You mentioned Arbeloa?
Yeah.
Is anyone here to take the nibble? He brought his own players.
Right, quickly. I'll take a wager of you two against me, and it's lunch. And if it's over 5 pre-Christmas, you're also buying champagne.
No, I think
you want
5.
to bet
If
on
it gets to 5, I'll do that.
I'll take that, yeah.
I'll do that. No,
right.
for me, it's not going to be 5.
Jeff?
Fair.
Good, very
Good
good,
bet.
bold prediction. Very well done. You didn't want to give names, but you gave us a hell of a lot of stats.
I don't like being negative about individuals.
It's okay. That's why they did it for you and got the names. All right. What bold? You have to follow this up. What bold prediction
so this is
do you
going
have?
to be a tough one to follow up, but I'm going that Alexander Isak is going to be the Premier League Golden Boot winner this season.
Wow.
Yeah, Alexander Isak, that went for a hefty sum last season to Liverpool from Newcastle. And, okay, his season was derailed for many reasons. Obviously, the big fallout that he had with Newcastle fans, with Eddie Howe, with their whole ownership. And then the injuries plagued him, the broken leg. I got to see him at the World Cup, and I saw signs of life, and it was just refreshing to see him healthy, to see him get some of that match sharpness back. But what I've seen from this preseason, especially in matches like Monaco, where in the first half, he looked like Alexander Isak, like we saw in the Carabao Cup. And you might say, okay, it's just a preseason friendly. But I really think that under Andoni Iraola, with the way they press, with the way their front foot, I just think that this is going to be the season where he's back, and especially coming off a season where so many players, defenders, midfielders, and opposing players, have just burnt themselves to a crisp.
How many is he going to score?
I think goals are there.
How many will he score to win the Golden Boot?
25 goals. And I'll even go bolder. He'll have 10 goals by Christmas minimum, 10 to 15 by Christmas.
Well, we can talk about that over lunch when you take me out. So you're saying Haaland will score less than his 27 last season?
Yes.
So you're saying that Haaland will dip, he will regress, and Isak will rise.
I'm saying that.
So you're now doubting Erling Haaland. Is what you're saying.
Erling Haaland, I'm doubting you. I never thought I'd say that. I'm doubting you.
Okay.
Wow. Like, listen to the totals of Premier League top goal scorers over the last couple of seasons. Haaland 27, Salah 29, Haaland 27, Haaland 36, Salah 23, Kane 23, Vardy 23. You have to clear Salah, Mane, Alba 22, Salah 32, Kane 29. Sheesh. You have to clear 22, 23 goals.
I just think you've got to be in a fully functioning team that is performing well. I'm not entirely sure that is guaranteed with Liverpool right now. We're still waiting for it all to click. For me, Nico, do you think he's gone out on a limb here?
A little bit. But I think it's bold. Listen, what he did at Newcastle was incredible. And from what I understand, from what you're saying as a Sierra Leonean, is that East Africa is better than West Africa. Just so you know, it's clipped. It's clipped. So I know just a lot of their trains out there, Alexander Isak fans. Sierra Leonean said it.
They're going to be in my mentions.
So just so we're clear with our social media department, Michael Lahoud says that Erling Haaland is a busted flush.
Yes,
Golden Boot no longer guaranteed.
Social, you can clip that and put it under my next handle at Geoff Shreeves.
Yeah, so
clip that all day.
East Africa.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. The amount of people who have doubted Erling Haaland, and he just hands it back to them.
Just as we were doing halfway through last season when he wasn't scoring for a while.
You might have been. Some of us weren't.
I don't know. If it's not clipped, didn't happen. Anyway, so a little bit of doubts here for Manchester City, Lahoud, from you, and then maybe a little bit for you, right? For your bold prediction that you've got.
My bold prediction is that Manchester City does not make Champions League next year.
What?
Which means a couple of things. It means that they finish outside top 4 or top 5. Could be top 4. Or they don't win, and they don't win Champions League this season. Manchester City's on a 16-season streak of making Champions League. The last time they didn't make it was in the 2010-11 season. They played Europa League. I think there's a lot to handle for Maresca right now. Following up Pep, who has given this club a completely different status in world football, is extremely difficult. And although their philosophies are not too dissimilar, walking into a club like Manchester City is going to be very difficult, and I think it'll have a massive learning curve. They're losing Rodri, who was the metronome. And I was even more convinced about this take after I saw the clips of the whole Amazon documentary that started dropping in pieces, at least on my Twitter. I know it's not available here in the US, so everybody in UK clipped a couple things. I think there's a lot to reset at Manchester City. And, you know, if their streak of consecutive champions, it sounds weird to say it. It sounds crazy to think that they might be playing Europa League football, but in their first season after... In their first season post-Pep, I don't think it would be that crazy if they weren't playing in Champions League.
Are you putting Maresca in my 5?
Ooh. You think he'll get sacked if they finish 5th?
I asked you.
I don't think they'll sack him by Christmas. I'm not. And your 5 is by Christmas, by the way.
Yeah.
by January 1st.
So I love this prediction because should what you say come true, and I'm going to back it, my prediction's true.
Yeah.
Because Erling Haaland will have to fall from a cliff in terms of goal scoring for that to happen, which the jury's still out. Because you need a good supporting cast. You need good midfielders for Manchester City. And, of course, you have Antoine Semenyo, who was sensational last season. Jeremy Doku, he had a good final third of the season. But that midfield department, I still have a big question mark. Alexander Isak.
I'm not seeing a drop-off as dramatic as that.
So think about it.
I think they'll finish in the Champions League. They're the bookies' favourites to be second in the Premier League.
Arsenal's going to finish top 4, yeah?
Yes.
United is going to win top 4.
He doesn't think so.
He thinks Chelsea are winning the title.
Okay, it's fine. Then put Chelsea in their top 4, but I think that's a little bit more of a stretch either way. But Liverpool is in there. United, City, Spurs.
Spurs.
No, not top 5. I don't think Spurs. Who else?
You don't think Spurs are making top 5? Just domestic football?
I'm pushing back, Nico. I'm having City finishing in the Champions League spots.
Villa. Throw Villa in there.
Villa.
You can't just repeat the name.
No. I'm trying to think of a top 4 that would oust City from.
What would have to go sideways for this to come true for Manchester City? I went out and said Erling Haaland, the goals would have to dry up. But from the rest of the team, from a structural standpoint, is it Maresca and is just lack of buy-in with the players? Like, what would have to be the thing that undoes City?
I don't know if it's lack of buy-in. I think it's
change of regime.
Look at what happened post-Fergie. Anywhere that you go, I think it's very difficult to reset and understand the philosophy, especially when you lose a Bernardo Silva, you lose a Rodri. They've lost to Kevin De Bruyne and haven't been able to be at that level, especially last season. It feels like Guardiola's project was becoming stale anyway. In the last 2 seasons, it was fairly evident.
That is entirely fair to say.
And it ran its course, and you could see the frustration. I'll harken back to those clips that were on social media of the documentary. It was dire, I would say, to a Guardiola standard.
You could argue, Nico, and I've seen those clips as well, that there'll be a freshness about the club.
Yeah, but I don't think they've refreshed the squad to the extent that you say, all right, this is Maresca's going to be able to put
September the 1st yet. It's not September the 1st yet.
Yeah,
but it is a bold prediction. It is a bold prediction.
You want it bold? I think
it is.
This is very my bold is. I think it's going to take more than a season for Maresca to put his stamp to turn City into a serious title contender.
Just think of Erling Haaland's goal scoring in those seasons tapering off. So if you can do that when they're not firing, if they're firing next season, 30 plus?
Oh, no. Isak, 25 minimum. Come on, Geoff.
Is it a bold prediction to say that Arsenal will run away with the title, plus 12 points?
Run away with it? No. Yes, it's bold to say that they'll run away with it. Yeah,
It is bold to say that they'll run away with it. Because the fact that you think City is even going to be outside of a Champions League
You know what
spot?
plays in your favor? There's a lot of big clubs that are starting a new project.
Yeah.
Correct.
Absolutely.
All of them. Chelsea, Spurs to a certain extent, Manchester City, Liverpool.
They won it by 7 points last season. Yeah. Are you saying there's going to be a 5-point swing, that Arsenal will be 5 points better, or the others are 5 points worse?
Everyone got worse.
No, the coming season. You think they're going to come worse?
This coming season?
Yeah, with all the money they've spent, the money that Chelsea have spent, the fact that Liverpool have got a new project.
Keep an eye out for United. Is not a team that I mentioned in all of those new projects.
Yeah.
Have they got enough depth with Europe?
I think United could turn some heads this season. Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.